Hey, Zenda, welcome in. Marvin, good afternoon. I thank you both for tuning in already. If you're tuning in now or after the live, please make sure to hit that like button, as I'm very happy to be here on the Midday Market Report. You're going to have to deal with my voice. I'm going to get through this as fast as possible. As you guys know, I coached in the playoffs and made it to the championship yesterday, so my voice is a little, but it's doing pretty good in all things considering. So good mid-afternoon or early afternoon, 1:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, October 23rd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Looks a little foggy. Let me clean off my lens, as it's a little cold outside. That's a little bit better. Messi, welcome in. True, good afternoon. Always happy to see you in here in the Midday Market Report. Anthony, welcome in. So as we can see, the Dow Jones is down about 14. It's reversed here. It was up about 75 when I was doing the title. So here in the last about 10 minutes, it's reversed down about almost 100 points here for the Dow. So that's a nice reversal. Eddie, welcome in. Roger, we are coming now. Yes, we are. Anthony, good afternoon. Bill, welcome in. Jorge, sorry. Good afternoon. Yes, we'll see if we can break 55 cents with XRP. If you look at my morning update on XRP, I show a beautiful, beautiful rendition, which I'll let you take a look at yourself, but I'll show you a synopsis of it just very quickly here. As if you didn't get to see the morning update, go back so you can see what all this means. But the technical target on a breakout hold of this mini bull flag that we're attempting to break is up at that 57 cent mark. So then we would have to see if we hold the consolidation down to 55 cents. Since we're down in crypto, Bitcoin's up 1,137 points or 3.79% to 31,139. We bounced off that uptrending resistance. That was the pivot line we talked about. And with the hold there, the technical target should be up around 33,900 area. So crypto's looking fantastic right now. The Bitcoin dominance is increasing because it's going up faster than crypto right now. But that's okay. That's no surprise to us. We bounced off the 52.29 where we were talking about some time ago to see if we could move to the next level. And we very well could be pushing out towards that 57%. So we'll see what happens. The total crypto market cap is at 1.152 trillion, which I would say it's no surprise here because we've been talking about the 1.14 to see if we could hold and bounce off and then try to make a run up higher. Ultimately, the highest we would look at for this current pattern formation, and it's a long one, it could get you down to this downtrending resistance, and that's up at about 1.2 trillion. And if you break out, then you can start looking at these higher areas at about 1.3. So we've still got some room to work. And if we break out of this formation, that's a descending triangle overall. Those are usually bullish reversals at the bottom. So are we at the bottom? Not quite, but it could start to break way to start pushing out so we don't have to go all the way to an extreme consolidation that could bring us towards 200 billion. So right now, crypto's looking good, and it looks like it's making a move towards that 1.20 trillion right now and possibly higher. So everything in crypto sphere is looking good right now. The Dow is pretty flat. It had a major reversal here. Could just be trying to put in a little W, but I've talked about this. This is putting a death cross in the Dow, so this is doing the complete opposite of cryptocurrency right now. My Chainlink investment is my winning horse. Excellent. Not a bad investment. Not a bad investment. For anybody who's been doing FOMO Fridays over the past, I don't know how many months, we did it again last Friday, and we picked up more algo. We picked up Quorum and Solo. We've got our 10,000 flare now when it was at 0.008, whatever. So we've been doing a lot of stuff in this accumulation phase. I feel very comfortable with our community right now. Louville, welcome in. Black Viper, good afternoon. Awesome to see you here. I'll read the comments as I see more because I only look at the comments as they come in now. I don't go backwards, so I'll see it as it comes. So the Dow, the next target is 32,580. Crypto Burger says my Bitcoin is crypto king, my Ethereum is staking, my Elon is mooning, my sheep coins are banging, my XRP is swinging. All crypto is doing well right now. As you know, I have 10,000, just a little over 10,000 Doge in Julie's. I keep it in Julie's account. She's the one who I acquire it through, and I just send it to her. But she bought it when it was at multiple zeros. Then we sold it on the Elon Musk Saturday Night Live, and then I bought it back for her around the 005 and 006 levels where she was able to reacquire it. So she did phenomenal. But the Dow and a broadening wedge, I think it's pretty clear to me. I hope it's clear to you as well if you're watching the Midday Market Reports. We've got a resistance. resistance, support. Support already confirmed this pattern. Now it should come down to the bottom of the broadening wedge, down at about 31,000 area. That's what it looks like. Unless you can get a double reversal at or above 32,580 to push this back to the top side. Because one could argue that this is still a bull flag with an overextended run up and down. So that's just the other way to look at this. I would like to believe that it could hold here, and this is just using these points, and it could try to break to the top side. But with the current landscape and this being on a descending triangle, all area points to down here towards 31,000 if 32,500, let's just say, breaks. That is your key right now. DXY's had a big reversal, as we talked about at the end of the week. It looks like we might have to come down to that 104 spot 67, and that's not a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a surprise if we come down there. That's only, and we talked about at the end of the week, if the 200 gives way, that means we're coming down here to the 104 spot 66, and that would tell us if this is an overextension from this bull flag, or if this is something more, and this pattern's just done and the DXY's over. That's all this is going to tell us. And right now in the weekly, the 20-day is running through right around the 104.67, and that's where you would need to hold that support on a weekly time frame if it came down. Otherwise, if you lose that, then you're going to start trending down to the 200-day, down over here at about 103. It's trended up now. We'll move this up and follow the 200 in the daily, right around 103 spot 97. Those are going to be your key areas, and unfortunately, if you break that, it's over. That's your key area right now with this big reversal here that we tried to put this, you could call it a cup, you could call it a big W or V recovery, but that's what's going to happen if we break down. Angela, welcome in, love. What a great Monday morning or Monday afternoon indeed with all of my friends in here. Crypto Scrooge in here. Make sure you watch him here on YouTube, as is new to 1,000 subscribers, inches by inches, which means he's not so many inches away now to get there. He covers Quorium, Solo, anything on the XRP ledger, XRP, so make sure you give him a follow. I always say he's homegrown in the community. There's only a couple people I can say about that, but he's been here since I had the same following as he has now, so you know, you never know where you can turn. I never knew I'd be at 18,000 plus subscribers, but here I am because of all of you. So that's the DXY, so pay attention. US 10-year down 1.73% or 0.09 basis points to 4.83. It's allowing the markets to rally, but we talked about it's satisfied. It didn't quite hit it exactly to the nuts at 5.077, but that was our expectation. It came up to 5.01, close enough. So I always say, you can't hold it right to the top range. Sometimes it doesn't hit it exactly, but right now it's hitting it. TK, welcome in. I missed somebody. I'll get that in a sec. But with this long leg doji, or it's a long leg doji, if we pull down a little bit more, I'd like to see it around 4.76 to be honest, or 4.77. 4.83 is a little too high for my liking, so I would still like it to come down a little bit to be a more official long leg doji, and that would just signify we're running out of steam up here and we need to consolidate down. So the most obvious consolidation in the 4-hourly would be a consolidation back down to the 200-day, right around 4.58, more than likely. Unless the daily time frame, the 20-day, we can hold it just above at 4. Actually, you know what? Let's talk 4.7% would be the first consolidation. If it doesn't hold that 4.58%, and we'll cover this day by day as the week goes on. U.S. The crude oil is down 3.04% or $2.67 a barrel, marked in U.S. dollars. This is U.S. crude. But this is not a surprise to our community. We have this nice W reversal, and we only have two layers that we can come down to. One is that $84, where's this on that? The 4-hour time frame. It's come down past it now. First was the 86.67, but then it comes down into the daily. We haven't quite come down there, but are we going to come all the way down to that $81 area? That's our speculation. I don't know, because we have a W reversal, and that very well could hold here or somewhere a little bit lower and then reverse right back up. Unless this reverses and this is a right arm, we could come down to $77. And we talked about that speculation before the ultimate move up to about 120 because of what they're trying to do, the price fixing in the U.S. They're trying to price fix it at $70 a barrel. I don't think it's going to happen, but we always have to keep our eye open to it. Gold, silver's at $85.65, the ratio. So you get 85.653 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. It's up 91.2 cents an ounce, or up 1.08%. That's simply because silver's falling faster than gold. And this looks like it's still got another leg up if it can hold this support. We need to break 87.46 and we're on our way to 91.9. That's what we're really looking at here. 4 hourly tells the story. We haven't given away the 20-day yet, and it looks like if this continues on, we could have a parabolic spike out of here, which means that silver could fall a lot quicker than gold here if that's what's going to happen. But we have to see if we really have a real consolidation here, because gold is up right at the crescendo point we talked about. It didn't quite hit the 2009 technical target, but it hit 1997 close enough. I mean, it's within 12 bucks. That's close enough for me. So if it doesn't come all the way up, so be it. If it holds this support line, which is the uptrending resistance on the formation, we would have to hold down here at 1975. If it does, it'll just finish off this target at 2009, and then we'll see what happens. If we fall through, we'll start trending back down towards the 1915. And then with silver, it's pretty much the same. Silver's pretty much the same, except it's made it through the top side of this run. It never came all the way down, but the technical breakdown is 18 bucks. If it does, it's in a rising channel, so it still makes me nervous that it could still break down. Maybe it's a breakdown from here now instead of higher up, but it still makes me nervous. We could pull back down, but never underestimate the power of metals right now in this current environment. B2 gold's down 0.15% to $3.34 an ounce. And again, B2 gold has a golden cross, so we might have lost a major buying opportunity here if it continues to reverse. And it won't come down to 240 if that's the case. It had a massive reversal. And if it does reverse back up, you would simply just say, well, the next technical move is probably going to be back to the top side here. So if the golden cross holds here in the 4 hourly, and we'll know that, even though it's on a major rising channel, it looks like, $3.20 is that main break hold point. So if that holds, B2 gold would mean commodities are on a move up. And last but not least, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. My son needs me right now, but I want to finish reading this. 42 people watching, 32 likes. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you for tuning in to the Midday Market Report. If you appreciate my work, please hit that subscribe button and consider sharing this far and wide. If you do appreciate all the time I put in, please consider joining Tom's Army or sending a YouTube super chat. Markets turned positive at midday after 10-year Treasury yield reverses course. The S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow rebounded from earlier losses to turn positive at midday on Monday as the 10-year Treasury note yield retreated after hitting 5%. Walgreens, Boots, Alliance shares jumped after the stock was upgraded by JP Morgan. Shares of Chevron slid after the oil giant announced an agreement to purchase smaller rival Hess for $53 billion. The S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow rebounded from earlier losses into positive territory at midday as the yield on the 10-year Treasury note retreated after crossing 5% earlier in the day. And if you're new to my midday market reports, as I just started it a few weeks ago, I like to go over my charts and I'll do an overall general breakdown like this to show exactly what's going on in the markets outside the charts. Walgreens, Boots, Alliance, WBA shares jump after JP Morgan upgraded the stock, arguing the biggest U.S. pharmacy chain will have a cleaner year ahead and better cash flow. Shares of American Express also rallied after Friday's big sell-off when the credit card company said it had boosted the amount of money it had to put aside for card member delinquencies. Another stock making a comeback was SolarEdge Technologies after its shares plunged 27% Friday following the solar power equipment supplier slashing its guidance. FMC Corp was the worst performing stock in the S&P 500 Monday as the agricultural sciences firm cut its full-year outlook because of slumping sales in Latin America. Chevron shares slipped almost 3% as the energy giant agreed to buy rival Hess for $53 billion. Hess shares were down slightly. Shares of Viatris dropped as the healthcare products manufacturer announced Chief Executive CEO Rajiv Malik will step down as of April 1st, 2024. Oil and gold futures fell. The U.S. dollar lost ground to the euro, pound, and yen. Prices for major cryptocurrencies jumped, with Bitcoin trading above 30,000. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what's going on. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciated this or got anything out of this Midday Market Report, please hit that live, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Midday Market Report. It's my honor and privilege to do this with each and every one of you, each and every day.